The silicon tax? Paying for a shortage you didn't create.
Sarah. It's a Tuesday morning in June 2026, and she walks into a Chicago Apple store. She's been saving up for 6 months for the base model MacBook Air. She knows it costs exactly $1,099. Actually, she checked the price that very morning. But when she walks up to the display, the price tag says $1,299. It inexplicably skyrocketed by $200 while she was sleeping.
Today we're looking at a pretty incredible economic mystery. It's one that literally affects every single device you own. Your phone, your tablet, the laptop you might be watching this on, and it all starts with this massive price jump that hit consumers basically out of nowhere. Exactly how the world's biggest tech companies are locked in this wild AI arms race, and how, well, you are the one quietly footing the bill. There was absolutely zero warning. No press release, just a sudden shock to the system. Apple simply ran out of room to absorb rising manufacturing costs, and they triggered these overnight price hikes across the board. The iPad Air, up. MacBook Pro, up. And the market reacted violently. Apple's stock plunged over 6% that day, its steepest single-day drop since April 2025. And Microsoft? They raised their hardware prices on the exact same day for the exact same reason. So, what is that reason? Well, to solve this mystery, we have to look inside the machines at a crucial hidden component. It's called DRAM, or Dynamic Random Access Memory. Think of it as the essential memory chip that quietly powers the thinking process of literally every personal computing device on Earth. Every single time you open an app or switch between tasks, DRAM is doing the heavy lifting. And right now, the sheer scale of the shortage of these chips is staggering. In just the first quarter of 2026, the cost of DRAM and its cousin NAND flash memory skyrocketed by 90 to 95%. Think about that. They nearly doubled in price in just 3 months. When a core component's price doubles that fast, the companies building your laptops have literally no choice but to pass that cost right on to you. Now you might be thinking, well, if there's a shortage, just make more chips, right? But it's not that simple. We can't just print more. The global supply is tightly controlled by just 3 manufacturers: Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron. And building a single new fabrication plant, it's a rigid, multi-year, multi-billion-dollar physical undertaking. You're looking at a minimum of $10 billion just to get started, and a massive time limit of 5 years from the day you break ground to the day the first chip actually rolls off the line. So the supply is physically locked.
The unannounced pivot, where the global chip supply is really going.
Because the supply of chips is physically locked for years into the future, and prices are doubling, chipmakers faced a massive choice. On one side, you have customer A, regular consumers buying laptops and phones. That means thin margins, commodity prices, and predictable volume. But on the other side, you've got customer B, big tech AI. These giants are demanding high bandwidth memory at premium prices and practically infinite volume, and they're backed by the purchasing power of the most valuable companies on the planet. So, the chip makers made their choice. They abandoned the thin margin consumer chips and converted their lines to produce for big tech. $725 billion. In 2026, Google, Microsoft, Meta, and Amazon are spending that combined total on AI infrastructure. Just to put that into perspective, that is more than the entire GDP of Switzerland, spent in a single year, just on chips and data centers. They're aggressively competing for the exact same limited manufacturing capacity that was supposed to supply your next laptop.
The trillion-dollar money loop. Now, what's truly terrifying about this massive shift in resources is that these tech giants, draining the supply, they're actually losing billions of dollars doing it. Take a look at OpenAI's projected 2026 metrics. They have an impressive $25 billion in revenue, sure, but that's immediately wiped out by $14 billion in losses. They are bleeding $1.22 for every single dollar they earn, and their cumulative losses are projected to hit $115 billion by 2029. This isn't just a standard tech startup burning a little cash. This is a completely unprecedented burn rate.
This staggering cash burn has investors so rattled that on January 29, 2026, Microsoft stock plunged 12% in a single day. That erased $440 billion in market value in hours. Why? Because investors suddenly realized that 45% of Microsoft's massive cloud backlog was inextricably tied to OpenAI's incredibly fragile finances. People are starting to ask the very uncomfortable question, what happens if this AI bubble pops?
So the crucial point here is understanding how this machine actually sustains itself. This step-by-step blueprint exposes what we call a circular economy. Let's walk through it. It's pretty wild. Step 1. Microsoft invests billions into OpenAI. Step 2. OpenAI uses that exact money to buy Microsoft cloud servers. Step 3. NVIDIA commits $100 billion to OpenAI. Step 4. NVIDIA is also a major investor in a company called CoreWeave. Step 5. CoreWeave sells cloud capacity right back to OpenAI. You see what's happening? It's a highly fragile, closed loop where the exact same companies constantly pass investment money back and forth to buy each other's chips and cloud space, all without actually turning a true profit.
The silicon tax, paying for a shortage you didn't create.
So what does this all mean for you right now? Well, at the very center of this endless loop of big tech funding is the exact manufacturing capacity diverted away from your everyday devices. And honestly, you shouldn't expect relief anytime soon. This shortage is projected to persist into at least 2027. The premium tiers, like the MacBook Pro or the iPhone Pro Max, are taking the hardest hits and price jumps. As a result, global smartphone shipments are trending toward decade lows. The entire consumer market is adapting to this by simply holding on to their devices longer, extending average hardware upgrade cycles from 4 years to 6 years.
Ultimately, the price surge that shocked Sarah wasn't a glitch. It wasn't a simple supply chain mistake, and it wasn't a temporary market fluctuation. This silicon tax is a direct transfer of wealth from your wallet to fund the biggest, riskiest tech gamble in modern history. That golden rule we're used to, that technology gets cheaper and better every single year, it's been broken by a deliberate choice to prioritize AI over consumer hardware.
Which leaves us with this final, provocative thought. You are individually subsidizing a $725 billion AI arms race, an arms race built on a fragile, circular economy of immense losses. So, are you okay with paying that tax, especially when nobody even bothered to ask your permission?
Lucid Doc, exposing the blueprint.